Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Unloved Podcast. I am happy to be back, and I have some stories and some things that I want to record about and kind of get out there. If you're new to the podcast, my name is Trinity, and here we talk about the animals that are often misunderstood, overlooked, or simply unloved. Whether that's a shelter dog, misunderstood breeds, wildlife, reptiles, or just topics in the animal world that deserve more attention, this is a place where we can learn together and hopefully make a difference. Today's episode is something that I work very close to. We're talking about heartworms. Now, if you've ever volunteered at a shelter, adopted a dog, or even browsed adoption websites, you've probably seen the words heartworm-positive. For a lot of people, that's enough to make them scroll past that dog, but today I really want to change that. And yeah, it's a serious disease, but it isn't a death sentence. It doesn't mean a dog is broken, and it certainly doesn't mean that they're unworthy of love. By the end of this episode, I am hoping that you'll understand how heartworms are spread, why prevention is very important, and how the treatment actually works, and why fostering these dogs is so critical. So grab your coffee, your tea, maybe take your dogs for a walk while you listen, and let's get into it. What exactly are heartworms? Heartworms are a parasite. They're long, as gross as it sounds, spaghetti-like worms that live inside a dog's heart, lungs, and the blood vessels connecting them. As you can probably imagine, that's not where worms belong. Over time, they can cause damage in the heart and lungs, and make it harder for dogs to live a healthy life if they're left untreated. It surprises a lot of people. Dogs do not catch heartworms from other dogs. They don't catch it from sharing water dishes. They don't catch it from sleeping together or licking each other. Heartworms require one thing, and that is a mosquito. Think of it like a tiny flying syringe. A mosquito bites an infected dog, picks up microscopic baby heartworms called microfilaria, and when the mosquito bites another dog, it deposits the infected larva into the dog's skin. That's how the cycle continues. Without mosquitoes, heartworm disease doesn't spread. Prevention matters because mosquitoes are everywhere. I have been told over and over again, oh, well, my dog's inside, and unfortunately, mosquitoes don't really care. They come into the house, they come into the garage, they will find any kind of opening that they want and get inside. Inside dogs can get heartworms, and that's why veterinarians recommend year-round heartworm prevention. Monthly preventatives don't just protect your dog, they're also far less expensive than treating heartworms. Treatment can cost hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on where you live. A monthly preventative costs a fraction of that. Prevention really is worth it. So this is where a lot of misconception begins. It's actually a very structured process. It's not as bad as what people think it is. To start, your dog will be given a monthly heartworm preventative. If you are fostering or fostering to adopt one of our dogs, we already have them on heartworm preventative. So why have a dog on heartworm preventative if they have tested positive? Because preventatives kill the immature stages of heartworms. This prevents new infections while treatment is taking place. They also gradually eliminate microfilaria, baby heartworm circulating in the bloodstream, reducing the chance that mosquitoes will spread the infection to other dogs. Step 2, which this will most likely be the first step if you are fostering with us, is the medications that we prescribe you to take home. You will be given doxycycline and prednisone. It's actually really interesting. The doxy doesn't actually treat the heartworms. Doxy actually kills the bacteria inside of them called Wolbachia. The worms depend on Wolbachia to survive and reproduce. And when the doxy kills it, the heartworms become weaker, fewer inflammatory toxins are released when the worms die, lung damage is reduced, and treatment becomes a lot safer. Many veterinarians consider doxycycline one of the biggest improvements in modern heartworm treatment that we didn't have back in like the 70s and early 80s. Prednisone is prescribed as well, and that is because when worms die, the body reacts with inflammation. Prednisone helps reduce lung inflammation, blood vessel inflammation, coughing, and some treatments related complications. The dose is usually tapered over several weeks. After you follow the directions on the bottle that we give you, it'll tell you like how much to give your dog every day. We reach the first injection. When you get down to the last week, you would give us a call. We would schedule the first injection shot. The first injection is melarsomin dihydrochloride. It contains arsenic, which sounds really scary, but it is specially formulated organic arsenical drug designed to kill adult heartworms, and it is the only current FDA-approved medication in the United States for eliminating adult heartworms in dogs. The injection is deep intramuscular because the medication can be very irritating to tissues. Veterinarians carefully choose the injection site to minimize complications. Many dogs are sore afterwards, many are stiff and in pain for a couple days, and some may cry for a bit after it's administered, and pain medication is often prescribed. We usually give gabapentin, which really helps dogs out if they are having a especially hard time with it. So why only one injection at a time? Why can't we just do it all at once? The first injection doesn't kill every worm. It primarily targets older, more mature adult heartworms, and it begins to reducing the worm burden gradually. The gradual reduction helps lower the risk of overwhelming the lungs with too many dead worms at once. Then the dog goes home, still on strict activity restrictions. So waiting 1 month. This month is incredibly important. The worms continue to dying. The dog's body slowly breaks them down. During this period, no zoomies, no fetch, no running, no roughhousing, just calm leash walks with bathroom breaks and a lot of quiet enrichment. The second and third injection, about one month later, the dog returns for 2 injections given 24 hours apart. These kill the remaining adult worms. The 3-dose protocol, 1 injection, then 2 injections a month later, has been shown to be more effective and safer than the older 2-dose protocols. By this point, most of the adult worms are eliminated. So what happens to the dead worms? This is something many people don't realize. The worms are not removed surgically, except in very severe cases with worms in the heart itself. Instead, the dog's immune system slowly breaks them down. Those pieces travel into the lungs where the body gradually absorbs them. This process can take weeks to months. This is why activity restriction remains so important even after the final injection. Then you move into recovery. Recovery doesn't end after the last injection. Dogs generally remain on exercise restrictions for 6 to 8 weeks after the final injection because dead worms are still breaking down. Many veterinarians will perform another heartworm test about 6 months after completing treatment. We do ours a little sooner, but not directly after. Testing too soon can give misleading results because heartworm antigens can remain in the bloodstream for a while after the worms have died. Wanted to just bust a couple myths while I'm at it. There are a lot of scary stories online about heartworms. Some are based on rare complications, many are simply misunderstandings. So I'm going to clear up a couple. Myth number 1. The injection kills dogs. No. Like any medical treatment, there are risks involved, but the vast majority of dogs complete treatment and go on to live happy, healthy lives. Myth number 2. Heartworm-positive dogs are contagious. Again, no. Only mosquitoes spread heartworms. Myth number 3. They'll spend months miserable in a crate. Dogs definitely need restricted activity, but that doesn't mean their lives have to stop. You can still spend time with them, teach them calm tricks, use puzzle toys, frozen Kongs, snuffle mats, lick mats, chews, quiet enrichment. It's about exercising their mind instead of their bodies. Myth number 4. They'll never be healthy again. Thankfully, that's simply not true for many dogs. After successful treatment, countless dogs go hiking, play fetch, cuddle on the couch, and live long, wonderful lives. Heartworms become one chapter of their story, never the ending. Then this brings me to something that I am really involved in, which is heartworm fosters. So I want to talk about this incredibly important role. Many shelters, including the one where I'm at, we can't complete the heartworm treatment inside the shelter. And it makes sense because of all the noise, how stressful the environment is. Dogs bark, dogs get excited because of people there. They run along kennels. That's exactly what heartworm-positive dogs shouldn't be doing, so we rely on foster homes. A foster gives a dog a calm place to heal, a safe couch, a quiet room, someone to love them while they recover. The shelter and veterinary team that we work with typically provides guidance throughout the process, and in many programs, medical treatment is covered by the shelter or rescue, which ours is. The foster's biggest job is to love them, keep them calm, help them heal, and once treatment is complete, the dog gets a second chance. Heartworm-negative dogs are more likely to move out of shelters than heartworm-positive dogs, and that's where I'm introducing #SaveAHeart. It's a reminder, every heartworm-positive dog deserves someone willing to see beyond a diagnosis. Maybe you can't adopt, so maybe you want to foster. Even if you can't foster, that's okay, you can still help. Share their story, educate your friends, keep your own pets on prevention, donate towards treatment, volunteer. Every single one of these actions helps save hearts, literally and figuratively. If you've ever adopted or fostered a heartworm-positive dog, I'd love to hear that story, and I would love to see stories with the #SaveAHeart. I would love to see that spread around everywhere. I would love to see all the different stories, all the amazing animals, and the people that are taking care of those animals. And it's time for our second segment of today, which is usually news, but I decided to do something fun today because there's not really a whole lot going on right now that's not really, depressing. Have you guys seen Jimothy the raccoon? He's got like a little short spine, and I have been seeing him all over the place. He is literally the cutest little thing, and I've been on now. He just warms my heart. He's like the sweetest little guy, and I want to protect him. And it's kind of like funny how we can all unite when we see a cute animal. Like, yeah, that is the cutest animal. We need to all protect him. I just love that it can, like, one thing like that can bring a community together, especially for animal welfare workers. Like, we deal with like much stress and everything, but we get to see something like that, which is it just brightens our day. And now it is time for our shelter spotlight. Before I wrap everything up, I'd like to introduce you to today's feature shelter pet. This is my favorite girl at the shelter. Her name is Honey. I love her so much. If you've followed any of my other accounts, you have seen me mention Honey at least a dozen times. She loves to go on car rides. She loves to be the center of attention. The only problems that Honey has is she has to be the only dog in the house. And she is heartworm positive. But like I said in the segment before this, we do the heartworm treatment. You would just need to foster her to adopt her. And somebody needs to give this girl a chance. I know the breed stigma. I know she's, only pet home. Kind of hard to find. It's like a unicorn. But I think we can do it. I really do think we can do it if we try to. So I'm going to be promoting her a lot more. People are going to get sick of seeing her on my YouTube and my Instagram and my TikTok, everything. They're going to get so sick of seeing her, but I'm going to push her as much as I can. That is my favorite dog at that shelter, and I'm going to find her a good home. So if you're looking to adopt or maybe foster, I really encourage you to learn more about Honey. Even if she finds a home before you listen to this, there's so many incredible dogs just like her waiting for their chance. And if you can do it through our shelter, that would be beautiful. Before we go, I want to leave you with this thought. When people hear a heartworm positive, they often hear a problem. I see potential. I see dogs that still wag their tails, dogs that still get excited when people talk to them, dogs that still deserve birthdays, road trips, squeaky toys, and a family. Heartworms doesn't define a dog. Love does. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Unloved Podcast. If you learned something today, please consider sharing this episode with a friend. It might help someone look at a heartworm-positive dog a little differently and change your perspective. That could be the reason why a dog can finally find a home. Until next time, be kind, be compassionate, and remember, sometimes the most unloved animals have the biggest hearts to give.